Shalom. First, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, HaKadosh. And double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, from whom I learned this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 elect. I am Mayakala. And I'm going to play this short meme made by the Iranians, and I'm going to play this under the 1976 Fair Use Act. This is not a monetized channel, and this is only for edification purposes only, and I'm not seeking to make any money off of this. So I'm going to let this play, and then I'll have a few verses that I want to bring out, and this won't be very long. But I just thought that this clip, this meme that the Iranians have put out was pretty interesting, and I actually really enjoyed it. So I'm just going to let it play, and then I'm going to bring out. Well, before I even play it, I'm going to go to Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 11. It says, "Make bright the arrows, gather the shields," the arrows being the missiles. "The Lord Yahweh hath raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes." The Medes, this modern day would be the who you call the Russians. It says, "For his device is against Babylon." Babylon being America, this place that you call America today. "To destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh, the vengeance of his temple." And I'll let this play. The Lord has a righteous anger, a righteous indignation because of the wickedness that's been perpetrated on this earth. I'm going to go to Job chapter 9 and verse 24. Salakia. And it reads, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?" And what's being made known is who this wicked is. This man is being revealed to us because we're seeing some very wicked things out of this current administration. All right, they're pretending as if they are in talks with the Iranians, which the Iranians respond that they must be speaking with them, talking with themselves, because they're not in talks with them. There's no ceasefire on the table. They're not even interested in having a ceasefire. All right. They've had the rug pulled out from under them a couple of times when they thought they were having talks or in the midst of talks, only to be attacked. So I thought that the meme there was pretty interesting, and I wanted to bring that out. Like I said, I just have a few more verses that I want to bring out, because the wicked are going to be consumed just by what you saw. And those missiles, although they say Iran doesn't have the capability to have a missile that can reach Babylon or America, the Russians do. And they got plenty of them that can reach here, that can reach these shores. And the wicked, both the wicked of Israel and the wicked of the other nations, are going to be consumed. I pray that I'd be one of the elect that will be delivered from those missiles. But even if not, I pray for those missiles to be hit squarely into this America and destroy this place. And once it's destroyed, it will not be rebuilt. It will not come back. It's going to be desolate forever. I'm going to go to, since I'm in the book of Job, I'm going to go to Job 21, verse 20. And it reads, and I'm going to read it in the NLT. This is Job 21 and verse 20 in the NLT. It says, "Let them see their destruction with their own eyes. Let them drink deeply of the anger of the Almighty." And that's what's going to happen. That's an example, that meme right there. People gonna see those missiles as they're arriving on these shores. And after they hit, all destruction, all hell's gonna break loose, and everything here is gonna be destroyed, because it's gonna be more than one that hits. All right. Once one nation lets them go, all these nations that possess these weapons, they're gonna let them go. They're gonna let them fly. And Russia has over 5,000 alone. So you can imagine the amount that's going to hit that's going to hit this place. And this anger that the Lord is going to unleash on Babylon, like I said, is for the wicked. All right, because 2/3 of Israel, of the Israelites, are gonna be consumed by these missiles also, for their wickedness, for their refusal to repent and turn back to the Lord Yahweh. And just to prove that, let me see here. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 13 and verse 8. It says, and I'm going to read this in the NLT. No, I'll read it out. I'll read it in the King James Version. Zechariah chapter 13 and verse 8. It says, "And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein." And I'll read the NLT as well. It says, 2/3 of the people in the land will be cut off and die, says the Lord Yahweh. but 1/3 will be left in the land. So that's the Israelites. That's 2/3 of the unrepentant Israelites in this land are going to be consumed when those missiles hit, be consumed by a fire that's not going to burn, that no one is going to be able to put out. It's going to burn, and it's going to burn until it burns itself out, and this land is going to be desolate forever. All right, and those 2/3 will have to be reborn when the kingdom is come here on earth to the righteous 144,000 elect that will be saved out of this and be carried away when those missiles hit by the chariots of the Lord. So I'm going to go to Psalms chapter 75. Let's see. Psalms chapter 75 and verse 7. But the power is the judge, that's the Lord Yahweh. He putteth down one and setteth up another, meaning kingdoms. When this kingdom that we're currently living in, the righteous wicked ruling over this earth right now, when this kingdom goes down, the Lord is going to set up his kingdom that's going to reign forever. Verse 8, for the land of the Lord Yahweh there is a cup, and the wine is red. It is full of mixture, and he poureth out of the same. But the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them. And I'm going to bring that back in the NLT also. I'll probably read all of these in the NLT. Psalm 75 and verse 8 in the NLT, it says, for the Lord holds a cup in his hand that is full of foaming wine mixed with spices. He pours out the wine in judgment, and all the wicked must drink it, draining it to the dregs. And I want to just see what these dregs are. Dregs is H8105. I'm going to go to the root of the word, H8104. And it is Shamar. It says to keep, to guard, observe, to give heed, to watch, to observe, to watch for, or to wait for. And this cup that is going to be poured out is the Lord's righteous indignation, his righteous anger, because he's going to direct these missiles, all right? And they will not miss. They're going to strike their target and destroy it. I'm going to look at the Strong's definition. It says, guard, generally to protect, to attend, be ward, be circumspect, to take heed. And it says mark, to look narrowly, observe, preserve, and regard, reserve, to save, assure, to wait for. All right, and that's what's going to happen. You're going to see these missiles. You're going to see these missiles as they're on their way to strike their target, Babylon, what you know as America. All right, I just got a couple more here that I want to bring out, and that'll be the end of this, because like I said, all the wicked are going to be consumed by these. All right, And let me see before I go on to the next one. You know what? And I'll bring out the wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, and verse 2 says, "Give ear, ye that rule the people." That's you wicked. That's this current administration that's ruling over over the earth. All right, and it's not just this administration, because there's a world around the world. There's a bunch of wicked, that ones that we don't see. These ones that we see in these political offices and these as so-called rulers over different countries, they're just puppets. It's the ones that you don't see that are pulling that are calling the shots. All right, that are having these puppets do their wickedness, and the true wicked, that these big bankers, the ones that you don't see, the ones that never make the Forbes list, the ones that you never see how much money they have, and the palaces and the big mansions that they live in, and show off their cars. They don't show you that stuff, all right, because they don't want you to know who they are. And they don't want you knowing how much money that they just possess. And it's not enough for them, because they don't want to possess just their money. They want to possess your money. They want to possess all the riches of the world. All right. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, verse 2 says, "Give ear, ye that rule the people, and glory in the multitude of nations. For power is given you of the Lord, and sovereignty from the highest, who shall try your works and search out your counsels." And once he tries your works and searches out these counsels, like I said, these missiles are going to seek you out and destroy you. And though you're going to try to hide in your bunkers, the ones who don't live here in America, because your bunkers are not going to save you here in America. Those are going to be destroyed. But even if you do should survive, the bunkers that are outside of America, you're going to be dug out of those, and you're going to be pulled out of those, and you're going to be sit and put into chains and put into fetters. All right, just like it says in Psalms 149. All right, and you're going to be going into slavery in the kingdom that's to come. This is Jeremiah. Chapter 25 and verse where am I? Salakia. This is Jeremiah chapter 25 verse 15. Says, "For thus saith the Lord Yahweh, the power of Israel, unto me, take the wine cup of this fury at my hand, and cause all the nations to whom I send thee to drink it." All right, so all you nations are going to be consumed. All you nations are going to drink of this cup. All right, and you're going to feel that fire as these missiles penetrate and destroy modern day Babylon. Since I'm in the book of Jeremiah, I got one more that I'm going to bring out. Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 12. And it says, "For thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken." All right, so it wasn't for Israel to partake in this and be part of this, but because of their the wickedness of the 2/3. All right, even Israel's going to have to partake in this cup. They too were going to drink it. It says, I'll start again. Jeremiah 49 verse 12 says, "For thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished." And this part is referring to the Esau, Edom. All right, the wicked. They're thinking that they're going to be, they're going to dodge the missiles, and that they're going to be able to hide themselves in their bunkers, all right, and just come back and continue on in rulership. But that's not what's going to happen, because the Lord said you're going to partake, you're going to drink of this cup, all right. It says, but thou shalt surely drink of it, all right. And since I'm there, I'm going to go, since we're talking about Esau here, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. I'm going to end it with this one, Obadiah. Verse 15 says, and the heading here says, the day of the Lord Yahweh, and the future, it says, for the day of the Lord Yahweh is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. Meaning, you've had the Israelites in servitude and slavery under you, and because you haven't tasted that cup of that slavery, but you're going to taste that in the kingdom, and that's what you're going to be. You're going to be in servitude under the Israelites in this kingdom that's to come. All right. But I'm going to leave that there, and I pray that this has been edifying to the listener. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKadosh. Shalom.